The fixed range volume profile is the best free tool TradingView has to offer. I'm going to show you how I get key levels, how I use it to find take profits, and how I use it to help me on my trading day every single day. Jumping into the tool. Okay, so what is this thing? I'm refreshing all the videos in my channel, just trying to get you guys some more key areas. You know, we develop as traders, so I want you guys to grow with me and you can see how I use this. The only thing you need to know is you can get this over here on your tab, fixed range volume profile tool under projection, okay? Fixed range volume based tool, which is absolutely free for you. The only thing you need to change is probably the colors to suit your screen, but also you want to change the row size to 200, okay? I have all of this pretty much bog standard, and you can copy all my inputs here as well, but there you go. You can use all these to your inputs as well. But the most important thing is the row size. Now, what is this tool? This can give you 3 key levels, okay? It's going to give you the point of control. It's going to give you the value area low and the value area high. Now, this can be used in big ranges, small ranges, little ranges. It can also give you naked points of control, which are just previous areas that have not been touched, okay? But we're going to show you how I use it, how I map out my intense amount of support and resistance, and how you can do it for yourself as well on absolutely any asset using the fixed range volume profile tool. Now you can see it is numero uno in my favorite tools, okay? Numero uno for a good reason. Why is that? Because you can use it. Let's say you were looking to take profits on this move up. It absolutely helps you find key levels and where you can look to stop. I use my fixed range volume profile within this area here. Let's just pull a range, right? And look at that. Our point of control is giving us, pretty much the top over here. Amazing. Our value area high, giving us the exact top over here. So this is how we're going to show you how to use it, okay? So first and foremost, we're going to talk about ranges, okay? Ranges are everywhere to be seen, okay? And you can go from macro ranges to short-term ranges, okay? You can take areas such as this, okay? You can take areas such as this, okay? And you can pull your fixed range volume tool from left to right and capture those areas. Now I'm going to show you how effective this is throughout areas and how I mark out my support and resistance first. Then I'm going to show you how I use it to find naked point of controls. And then I will show you how I use it in a general basis. Okay, so let's go over here. So first and foremost, how do I mark out these key levels of support and resistance matched up with volume? Okay, volume is going to be key because it's nice, fine and dandy to be like, okay, there's a high here. Okay, there's a low here. Okay, there's a couple of highs here, but how am I backing up this data? Now, the fixed range volume profile can be used just like I was talking about before, where you're pulling it from a range where you have the start of the volume within this range all the way to the end of this volume within a range. Okay, so I want to capture this area when I'm pulling this range. I don't really care about the stuff on the left, and I don't care about the stuff on the above and the right. I just want to capture what's in here. So I will go from left to right. I will pull this area, and I will include all candles that are within this box, okay? And this is going to give me my fixed range. Now, first and foremost, we always want to mark out our point of control. Double click that, type POC, right? And label this horizontal, okay? And you can categorize all of these into a group. So let me say that this is between, let's right click here, and we did a video on our object tree before. So let's talk about, this will be from 41,000 to 44,000, okay? And that will be our folder in which we're going to put all our horizontal lines in so that we are organized, right? Now, what is important about this? We got our value area low, so let's mark out that one. Oh, they're all going to move in unison now. Okay. We got our value. Are we locked here? Okay, one second. Let me get rid of this one. Let me get rid of this one. And we'll keep that one. So as we proceed here, I'm going to mark out my point of control. I'm going to mark out my value area high, and I'm going to add them into this folder, okay? You can label them if you want, okay? And that's going to allow you to understand what they are when you don't have your volume profile tool pulled up, okay? You can label this POC, your value area high, and your value area low. Okay, by doing this, you're going to give yourself an edge on where key things are. Also, what else can you do with this? I want to identify shelves. Okay, shelves is going to be your money maker. Okay, the volume profile will do this. It will come out and it'll shoot out, and then it'll come back in, and then it'll shoot out, and then it'll come back in, and it'll shoot out, and yada, yada, yada. You can see that very clearly. Now, the shelf is when the volume actually starts to form and starts off. Okay, so you can see here, if I were to draw a vertical line, okay, here's a vertical line on the volume profile. Let's do a vertical line here, Alt V, and you can see volume doesn't really start to take off until we get to about here, okay, the value area low. However, we need to identify where it really takes off. Well, look at this level here. This is going to be key as well. And you can see how if I were to draw this, volume definitely comes up. It starts here, important level. Now it flattens out and then it spikes. Okay, this is going to be a shelf. Just like in here where you have a shelf here. Okay, you have a shelf right here. Okay, and then you have a big shelf right here. Right, so these are going to identify key levels. There's another shelf right here. There's another shelf right here. There's another shelf right here. Now what happens is when price comes in, let's get rid of this. When price comes into these shelves, let's mark out horizontals, horizontal, 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 horizontal. You're going to have a reaction on price. Now, if I were to zoom in on this, it would be very interesting to see how well these bounce off these key levels and make for good areas to not only enter positions, but exit positions as well. Okay, that's what it's going to do. It's going to allow you to enter and exit positions as well. And this is going to allow you to become a much better trader, not only by using good risk management, because you understand that you can have a stop loss underneath here, or you can have a take profit above here. Let's say you want to get long down here, and you get a beautiful entry, and you get long right here. You can definitely protect yourself below this wick or below that volume level, right? And then you can look, oh, look, it's already given me TP1, TP2, and maybe I want to front run them a little bit so I guarantee my order gets filled, okay? And by doing this, it's going to allow you to really take advantage of price action. Let's go into my actual live example that we have over here that I use on a continuous basis. So just going over to Bitcoin price as we speak, okay? So if I were to look at this right now, and I was to pull up my key areas that I have matched up with key volume, and I go into a 15-minute time frame, we can see, look at how well these work. This morning, I was able to take this short here, and I was able to get out here, okay? How was I able to do that? And if you're curious to how I did that, please come over and hang out with me in the Discord, okay? We have an amazing, amazing Discord full of like-minded people who are all willing to help you and work with you on your way to financial freedom through trading, okay? We have a membership, which is $1 a day, but we also have an amazing free section, okay? So we would love for you to come over here and hang out with us in the Discord. The link is down below. Now, looking at this, we took the short on the morning live, and you can go and check it out this morning if you want to go into my YouTube channel and check out the live stream. You can see how I was able to get it short here and get out here before this massive pump that Bitcoin went on today, okay? Looks like we're getting a little bit of a recovery back down, but we were able to short this morning. Now, what allowed me to get out of here was understanding volume. So I go into my 5-minute here, right, on a short-term time frame, and I pull volume just across here, okay, just to get an idea. Now, what is this showing me? This is showing me that there is a volume spike right here, which I should be looking to hold as support, not only matching up my support line here. So this is definitely a key area. Even though I caught short right around here, this is going to be a bounce level, right? Because we're coming into volume, like we talked about with the shelves, that's going to act as a bounce level, okay? And this is how we can use volume profiles to really give us clarity on where price is going to go. Now let's go into our 4-hour. Let's pull some ranges, okay? So the ranges are going to help us identify key levels. This, to me, looks like a nice range. You can see if the range was here, this would be it, right? Right here, we pull this across. Any deviations outside are deviations outside of the range. So if I pulled my fixed range volume profile and I captured this area within here, all the way across, you can see how well this works. Okay, look at the value area high, perfectly hit today. Okay, look at the value area low, very close to coming down into that area as well. And anytime you deviate, you can see that these levels are respected. You can see that coming into this level, you chopped around at this volume level down over here. Okay, and you can see that you put in a little bit of a base here from before. Okay, so this is going to help you immensely with your trading. It also is going to allow you to mark out key levels of interest. So let's talk a little bit about naked points of controls. Now, a lot of people have different ways of pulling a naked point of control. To me, a naked point of control is just an area that you've pulled a volume profile tool on that has yet to hit the point of control. So typically, price comes back and it hits these areas. So here, you could pull this area within here. We know this is a little range up here. You can mark this out and be like, hey, this is an NPOC, a point of interest that I am looking to hit. We can go over to here. We can see that this is a range up here. So we can pull this range up within this area. Okay, there's another POC. And you can see how big of a spike this is. So these are targets, right? If we're going down below where price action is, okay? Let's say I want to just isolate price within this area here. You can see how price doesn't really get too high above where it is right now. So I can pull this area. So we'll go from swing from this side here, okay, all the way over here, right? And I can be looking for price to return to these levels, okay? This one has been hit, but as you were pushing up in here, you could have pulled this level in order to look for a bounce off of what? The NPOC coming back into this area. If I hit the rewind tool and we're all the way, if we go all the way back in time to where we were trading before this hand, right, we will see that it's very obvious that that would have been a key area. Let's mark this out. That would have been a key area where we could have possibly looking for a continuation long after revisiting the point of control. So that wouldn't have been there, but this range still would have been there. We could have looked to take this onwards and upwards. Okay, so it's such a good tool used on high time frames, on low time frames. And it really allows us to take advantage of price action. If we're going out on the weekly and we look at a more macro side, how can we use it in this range, okay? Because we want to be able to use it not only as swing traders or scalpers, we want to be able to use it in many different situations. And this tool has almost no limits to how we can look for this to work. If we pull this range in here before we went down, okay, we can get like a value area high where we can look for price to return to. We can pull within this area, this giant range here. Let's go on a 3-day. It'll probably make it a little bit more easier to understand. But you can see anytime you deviate, okay, think about it as almost a premium and a discount zone. Anytime you deviate outside of this zone, it's typically a good opportunity to get long and look to trade back up to your point of control. Okay, anytime you get outside of it, it's typically a good idea to look for this to come back into the middle of the range or the value area low. It can be targets in that sense where you're looking to trade this as a range. As a range tool, is going to be of maximum use to you and your trading journey. Okay, make sure you're using the fixed range volume profile tool to help you on your trading journey. Come over and hang out with us in the Discord. We'd love to see you there. Mad love to you, mad respect. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the Discord. Take care.